Hello, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast. I am Samuel Reese, excited to be coming to you live tonight here for the NFC Championship Game. A spot in the Super Bowl is up for grabs as these two divisional rivals clash. Glad to have your company as always, and what's been the best division in football this year, that would be the NFC West. So it only makes sense that it's two teams from that very division squaring off in the NFC Championship Game. Earlier today, in fact, just moments ago, the Cincinnati Bengals pulled off the surprise upset over the Kansas City Chiefs. So we now know the winner of this game will take on the Cincinnati Bengals in this year's Super Bowl 2 weeks from tonight. And we also know that no matter who wins this game, that Super Bowl will take place at this very stadium, SoFi Stadium, where the Los Angeles Rams are hosting the San Francisco 49ers today. And yes, that means if the Rams were to win this game, they would technically host the Super Bowl in their home stadium. We are ready to kick this one off from beautiful SoFi Stadium, and hopefully we get a good game. Hopefully just as entertaining as the one we just witnessed over in the AFC. One can only hope that we will get some of the same theater that game provided us with. Bruce Buffer, the legendary announcer in the boxing ring, gets us rocking and rolling for this one, and we're underway as San Francisco kickoff. It's into the end zone for a touchback, and out comes Matt Stafford in the LA Rams offense as they will start this game with possession. What's good, Emmerich? Welcome in, Emmerich, to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Glad to have you here. 3:40 p.m. kickoff time in Los Angeles. It is somewhat of an indoor stadium, but there is some opening on the side for natural light to come in as this is fired wide right, and Odell Beckham makes the catch, knocked out of bounds by Thomas at the 28, a 3-yard completion there to open up this game. A look at Matt Stafford in this postseason, a 74.5 completion percentage. He hasn't been too shabby thus far. On 2nd and 7, Stafford going to throw to the right again, and another catch made. This time it's Jefferson, who's defended by Thomas. 3rd and short on the way. Yeah, I know it has been a long time, Emmerich. It has been a long time. 11:42 for you over in Ghana. That's right. So you guys are 5 hours ahead of where I live. So yeah, late night for you. I really appreciate you stopping in. We got Gisiro in the house. We got Isaac here. What's up, Isaac? Glad to have you here. As Stafford fires over the middle and Beckham dropped the ball. A bad drop there for Odell Beckham. And the Rams are going to go 3 and out on their opening drive. Wow. I mean, yes, it was thrown a little bit behind him, but considering the highlight reel catches we've seen Beckham make, one would expect him to come down with possession in the first down, but instead out comes Johnny Hecker, the Rams punter. And welcome in, Jeffrey. Glad to have you here as I'll get the scoreboard fired up. There we are. This punt traveling back, and it'll be returned from inside the 15. Taken out of bounds of the 20-yard line by the 49ers, and that's where their opening drive of the game will start. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco offense. Jimmy G, a 4-1 postseason record, a 6-0 record against the Rams, despite the Rams winning the NFC West. The 49ers actually beat them in both meetings this season, including the last day of the regular season where the 49ers had to win to make it to the postseason. They came back to win it in overtime. Yeah, Jeffrey, the Patriots will need a new offensive coordinator. Yeah, with Josh McDaniels heading to the Raiders as Deebo Samuel is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. A nice tackle there by Scott. Well, I guess Scott helping out as his teammate originally made the stop. Second down and 10 after no gain for the Niners. What a great championship Sunday it's been so far. All right, Emrich says, peace out. I'll see you, man. Thanks so much for stopping by, and good vibes to you as well. Have a wonderful week, man. Hope you're doing well there in Ghana. As Garoppolo will flip it back to Samuel. Samuel trying to cut back towards the middle, and he'll pick up 3 yards. Down to the 23 goes. The ball was eventually popped out, but the whistle had come long before that. Look at the San Francisco defense. Williams, Tomlinson, Mac Brunskill, and Compton on the defense, or rather on the offensive line. San Francisco offense, this is. And then Mitchell, Juszczyk, Samuel, Ayuk, and Kittle, all skill players. 3 of those 5 skill players I mentioned are Pro Bowlers this year. As the 49ers get ready for 3rd down and 7 from the 23-yard line. Garoppolo going to fire deep downfield, and he misses Kittle over the middle. And that incompletion will make it 4th and 7. So just like the Rams, San Francisco will go 3 and out. Mitch Wishnowsky, the 49ers punter, and Powell is the one to return for Los Angeles. And that will be fair caught at the 32. How did I do with all the snow yesterday? Yeah, I did fine, Jeffrey. Just a lot of shoveling. Yeah, in the town I live in, we got about 18 inches. So, right around what we expected. Actually, I was expecting like 24. That's what the reports were. So, we got about 18. Yeah. But it was what it was. I had a fun time. I played outside, went sledding, so it was a good time. Made the most of it, even though I'm not the biggest fan of snow. I'll step aside for this quick commercial break. After this, it's the second possession of the game for the Los Angeles Rams. Stick around. I'll be right back. It's the NFC Championship game. And welcome back in. No score so far in this NFC Championship game. The Los Angeles Rams hosting the San Francisco 49ers, 3rd meeting of the season between these two divisional rivals. The second NFC Championship game in 4 seasons for Sean McVay and LA. 5-3 career postseason record for McVay at the helm of the Rams. 12:25 left here in the opening quarter. They start from the 33, and that's handed off, a short gain up the middle for Cam Akers. And my goodness, has Akers been impressive as we take a look at the Rams offensive line. Whitworth, Edwards, Allen, Corbett, and Havenstein making up that front line for LA. And then the skilled players include the aforementioned Akers, Pro Bowler Cup, as well as Beckham, Jefferson, and Higbee. And so here comes 2nd and 7 for Los Angeles. Cup in motion, Stafford under pressure, and he just throws it into the turf. A near sack for San Francisco as they blitzed the quarterback, and it's 3rd and 7 coming up. It appeared as though that was Jordan Willis with the pressure. No, in fact, that was Dre Greenlaw. Greenlaw nearly getting to Stafford. 3rd down and 7, and the Rams in danger of another 3 and out. Stafford drops back in the pocket, fires over the middle, and he has Kupp. 1st down, Los Angeles. Cooper Kupp has had an incredible season for the Rams. And that's the first down of the game for either team. Tackle by Fred Warner. And the ball into 49er territory. The 47-yard line is where the Rams have it. Dropping back is Stafford. He's got great protection. Throws underneath, and Akers hit right away. A short 2-yard reception, and that was a good tackle by K'Wan Williams. Abukum, Armstead, Jones, Bosa, all part of this defensive line, as well as Al-Shaair, Warner, and Greenlaw. Then in the secondary for San Francisco, you got Mosley, Ward, Tart, Thomas, and the aforementioned Williams. San Francisco trying to make a stop here on 2nd and 8, of course, led by Kyle Shanahan. Play action pass rolling right and completing is Stafford. That's caught and taken inside the 20, the 35, I should say, by Higbee. Higbee's first action of the night. And he was wide open, really, as the Rams offense are moving downfield. Yes, Jeffrey, I actually watched the U.S.-Canada game, and yeah, I do know how it went. Canada won it 2-0, so that was just a bad performance from the U.S. as Beckham makes the catch over the middle, an 11-yard reception, and the Rams are in business as Beckham heads to the sideline. He'll sit out this next play. Ball now in the 22 of San Francisco. But yeah, just a bad result for the U.S. men's national team today. Three receivers wide for LA. In the backfield is Akers. Play clock winding down. As Stafford hands it off, it's Akers up the middle, and he breaks through a couple of tackles and makes it inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Rams. What a run by Cam Akers. By the way, I should mention a lot of San Francisco 49ers fans in attendance today. There was the same type of atmosphere in the regular season finale between these two teams, which also took place at the stadium. There's a lot of San Francisco fans, a decent amount of red in the crowd. The Rams fans trying to the best of their ability to make their voices heard inside their own home stadium. Stafford is going to hand it off once more. Akers spinning away from a tackle, but then stopped at the line of scrimmage. A nice stop by the defensive tackle, Kevin Givens. 2nd and goal with 8 minutes left in the opening quarter from SoFi Stadium. 2 weeks from today, this will be the location for the Super Bowl. The Bengals awaiting the winner of this one. And after no team ever hosted the Super Bowl until last year, we have the possibility of back-to-back years where teams host the Super Bowl, as that's caught by Higbee, and he gets hit hard at the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal for Sean McVay's offense. CJ Mosley was going for the low tackle, but in came Jaquaski Tart, who delivered the big hit on Higbee. Midway point of quarter one now, as Jimmy Garoppolo gets loose on the sideline. The 49ers coming off of a great win at Green Bay in the snow at Lambeau. Different elements today, more comfortable playing conditions, it's safe to say. And the Rams themselves coming off of an impressive victory in Tampa Bay. Here is Scoff throwing, and it's intercepted. Stafford throwing, I should say, and it's picked off in the end zone. And here comes the return. All the way across the 20 goes Jimmy Ward. Matt Stafford threw it to right around the goal line, where it was tipped and picked off, and the 49ers fans go crazy inside SoFi Stadium. The pass intended for Cooper Kupp. It was tipped up into the air by K'Waun Williams. And there was Jimmy Ward for the pick. The Rams came so close to the first points of the game, but instead the 49ers take over. 6:53 to go in the opening quarter. We're still scoreless from SoFi. And welcome back in, everybody. A beautiful late January afternoon in Los Angeles, California. Welcome in to the broadcast, Ben. Glad to see you here. Yeah, let's do it. I'm all for a 49ers Bengals Super Bowl, if you ask me, as that's caught over the middle for a quick first down. 12-yard completion. Garoppolo connecting that time with Brandon Ayuk. And going back to that Stafford interception, Stafford was claiming that he got hit helmet to helmet by Fred Warner. And looking back at a couple of replays, he could have a case, to be fair, but nothing was called, as this is handed off up the middle for a gain of 3 goes Mitchell, Elijah Mitchell, one of a couple, quite frankly, 49ers running backs who can make a difference. What's going on? Is it Isa? Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. What's up, bro? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm a big U.S. men's national team fan, and they unfortunately lost to Canada earlier today, which I was, which ruined my mood a bit. But after that Chiefs Bengals game, what an ending that was! So, um, it's been a fun championship Sunday as that's a nice catch and run by Elijah Mitchell. He can also be a passing back for the San Francisco team, and the 49ers are into opponent territory. Garoppolo actually had a lot of time in the pocket to make up his mind, and Mitchell just winning with his pace. First and 10 on the Rams 44. Still scoreless in this one. Who do I got winning in this game? I have the Rams. But I could honestly see it going either way. I didn't think the Bengals were going to beat Kansas City earlier, so who knows? Uh, these playoff games have just been spectacular the last couple of weeks. As Mitchell getting a lot of touches early on. This postseason, 46 carries, 153 yards, and a touchdown. Under 5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Elijah Mitchell, by the way, the 11th running back taken in this past draft. Perhaps overlooked as Mitchell tries to prove everyone wrong, and that's a strong run up the middle for a gain of 3. What a beautiful stadium that is, SoFi Stadium. It'll be the host of the Super Bowl in 14 days' time. Should be a great atmosphere. And look at how much red is in that crowd. I mean, you would think it's a neutral site rather than the Rams hosting. The San Francisco faithful have come out in large numbers. So far, 5 carries, 3 passes for the 49ers. Garoppolo dropping back in the pocket. Risky pass, and it's broken up in double coverage. Reeder was there, and so was Williams. 4th down coming up for San Francisco. What's good, Kevin? Welcome in. Yes, the U.S. men's national team did take a fat L. Yes, that was a bad performance. Kevin is pulling for the Rams in this one. Yeah, I mean, I favor the Rams coming into this one. I think they'll get it done, but it should be a good matchup. Of course, the 49ers won both meetings against the Rams this season. As Mitch Wishnowsky will punt it off. Cooper Kupp back to return. Wishnowsky trying to pin the Rams deep in their own territory, and it's kept out of the end zone beautifully and down at about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3, but that was executed very nicely by San Francisco. It was kept out of the end zone by Sheffield and eventually downed at the 3-yard line as the Rams will have a lot of field to work with. 3:19 left in the opening quarter. We're still scoreless in this one. And yeah, right now, 100% Kevin. Canada, the best team in CONCACAF. I mean, you got to give credit to them. They had an impressive performance this afternoon. I'll be back after this. Stick around. And welcome back into the stream. Late first quarter, 3:19 remaining, and it's 0-0 game so far. Jalen Ramsey helping out the Rams on that last defensive possession for the Rams, and now LA take over at their own 3-yard line, and the first play from scrimmage on this drive will result in negative yardage. Cam Akers loses a yard on the play. And going back to the punt return before the commercial break, there was a bit of a confrontation between Ramsey and I couldn't tell who it was for the 49ers. And it looked like a face mask might have been grabbed and missed that confrontation. Meanwhile, Higbee is limping over on the Rams sideline. He is being helped to the locker room, it appears, by the medical staff, or at least to a bench where he can sit down and they can evaluate him. So something to keep an eye out for as Akers explodes out of the backfield and takes it to the 10-yard line where he's thrown back by Jaquaski Tart. 3rd down and 2. I think a key in this game will be whether or not the Rams can get the running game going, because that is certainly a strong spot in this offense. As 3rd and 2 is coming up. 4 receivers wide for Los Angeles. And it's a throw to the sideline, incomplete, thrown behind Jefferson, but a late flag comes in. And it looks like pass interference will be called against Ambry Thomas, the cornerback. It was number 49. All right. Thank you, Jeffrey. So, yeah, it was Ramsey and 49. I don't have a 49 on my... Hold on. Let me check that out. It was Ramsey going at it with Trenton Cannon. That's who it was. It was actually Trenton Cannon, a very interesting running back for the 49ers. So thanks for that, Jeffrey. Two minutes left in the first quarter, and that pass interference call gives the Rams a fresh set of downs from the 20-yard line. 3 receivers wide. Stafford will hand it off. Akers runs to the left side and drops his helmet for a gain of 4. The tackle made by Dre Greenlaw, the linebacker. D'Amico Ryans is the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. First year for him in this position. In San Francisco, very close to another Super Bowl appearance. Of course, they got there 2 years ago where they fell to Kansas City. And 1:18 left in the quarter with the play clock down to 3. Here's the snap. It's a flip over to Akers. Akers running to the right side and drop down at the 27. Another tackle by Greenlaw after the 4-yard pickup. 3rd down and 2. Let's see what LA decides. With just a couple yards needed for the first down. Inside the final minute of quarter 1 from SoFi Stadium. It's been all about the 2 defenses thus far. Although the Rams came awfully close to a touchdown before Jimmy Ward picked off Stafford in the end zone. And now LA will use their first time out of the half with 34 seconds remaining. Well, thanks everyone for your company this evening. We'll keep it right here through the timeout. Hope you guys are enjoying Championship Sunday. And it's crazy to think that in about 2.5 hours or so, we will have our Super Bowl matchup set. The Cincinnati Bengals earlier today defeating the Kansas City Chiefs. They were down by 18 points. 21-3 was the score at one point. And the Bengals winning in overtime. Just an incredible comeback victory, an incredible season for Cincinnati. And what a Cinderella story they've been. Who will they face? That's the question. Another handoff, and it's Akers up the middle, and he has enough to move the chains. A 3-yard gain, and that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. Sorry, that was Sony Michel on the last carry. I thought it was 23. It was 25. Sony Michel, the former New England Patriot. And maybe the Rams will get off one more play before the quarter closes. Jefferson motions to the left, but they're just going to wait as the clock hits zeros and the first quarter comes to its conclusion. 15 minutes in the books in the NFC Championship game. Still scoreless with a spot in the Super Bowl on the line. Second quarter action is coming your way next, so don't go anywhere. It's a whole lot on the line between these divisional rivals. Back with more in a moment. And welcome back. No score after one. 6 first down so far for the Rams, just 2. Meanwhile, for the Niners, total yards 89 to 40 LA. And the Rams with about 2 times as much time of possession compared to the Niners, as Stafford will flip it back to Cam Akers. And Akers with a nice 8-yard run out of the backfield, second down and 2. And a reminder that Tyler Higbee, after the last Rams possession, came out limping to the sideline, and he was in quite a bit of discomfort by the looks of it. So we'll keep you posted on that. Sorry, it was a 7-yard run on the last play by Akers. Second down and 3. Stafford throws quickly to the right, caught by Odell Beckham, and Beckham giving it everything he's got and has a first down as Ambry Thomas wrapped him up by the leg. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter of play. What is good, Roger? Welcome in. Glad to see you, Roger. As on 1st and 10, Stafford trying to buy time. He rolls to his right. He's going to launch out of bounds. No options downfield. Went the safe route. 2nd and 10. Look at Stafford's career journey. He was the number 1 overall pick back in 2009, a 74-90-1 record with the Lions, then traded to the Rams almost a year ago today, January 31st, 2021. And what a season it's been for him. 12-5 record in the regular season. And now here he is in the NFC Championship game with the chance to bring the Rams to the Super Bowl, back to the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years. As Stafford threw it into the ground, it's ruled an incomplete pass as Williams scooped it up just in case. It will be 3rd down and 10. Although, wait a minute. On the Fox graphic, they ruled it, or they put it as a touchdown. I thought clearly the referees had signaled an incomplete pass. The clock had stopped as well. It is an incomplete pass officially. So I thought it was a fumble at first. I thought it was an incomplete pass at first. Then maybe I thought it was ruled a fumble, but no, it was incomplete. Yeah, he was in the throwing motion already, so they'll rule it incomplete. How are the dogs doing? What dogs are you referring to, Roger? You'll have to help me out there. Yeah, Jeffrey, I actually did see that. Yep, Providence basketball won again today. They've been rolling. They have been rolling. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Rams. Stafford dropping back in the pocket. He now steps up, and he's going to run into open space. Stafford taking off for the 1st down and more, all the way to the 49ers 43-yard line. Anyone know what channel the game is on? Yes, Kevin, the game is on Fox. Yep, the game is being shown on Fox. That's where you can find it. No, there was no challenge there. How are the Huskies doing? You mean UConn? Are those the Huskies you're referring to? As this is a low pass, incomplete. Unable to make the catch was Sony Michel. I mean, if you're referring to UConn when you say the Huskies, I don't follow UConn basketball too much, but I think. Oh, you're talking about Washington. Okay, I don't follow Washington, Roger. I don't follow Washington. Oh, were you one of the people here when I did the College Cup semifinals? That's maybe why. Um, Perhaps I could be wrong. No, I'm from Massachusetts, so I don't follow Washington. No, I got you now. The Washington Huskies. Yeah, I know. No, there's a there were a lot of possible teams you were talking about when you said Huskies. But no, I don't follow Washington. You were here for the College Cup. Okay. No, I'm a pretty big college soccer fan. That's why I commentated that College Cup semifinal game. But no, I don't really follow Washington closely for any sports, if I'm being honest with you. I'm from the opposite coast. I'm from Massachusetts, as that's a handoff, but Akers stopped in the backfield. That's Bosa making the play for the 49ers. Yeah, a loss of big yards indeed. That was a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 on the way. We've played about 3.5 minutes here in quarter 2. NFC Championship game still scoreless. Stafford, the screen pass caught by Kupp. Kupp slips by a tackle and brought down at the 32. Nice play by DJ Jones, the defensive tackle. We do have an injury update. Cam Akers also injured. The running back has a shoulder injury, is questionable to return. And the tight end Tyler Higbee has a knee injury. He's also questionable to return. So talk about two important pieces of this offense right now out of the game. It remains to be seen whether or not either of them will return. Meanwhile, an injured San Francisco player, and I believe that might be Bosa, down on the ground. So an injury timeout at SoFi Stadium, no score, but the Rams on the move. Stick around. And welcome back in, everybody. All right, Jeffrey, thanks for the clarification. There was 57 down the field. Okay, couldn't quite catch the number. So that, if you are correct, was Dre Greenlaw, which is a huge part of the San Francisco defense. Greenlaw, the linebacker, perhaps the injured player, as Stafford will throw on 3rd and 6 and has Kupp on the sideline. He's inbounds for the catch. First down, LA. And they're into the red zone for the second time this evening. Great move by Kupp as he just completely juked out the defender, Ambry Thomas. Cooper Kupp, 3 catches so far for 39 yards. The Pro Bowler sets the Rams up on 1st and 10 from the 13. 4 receivers wide, 2 on each side. As Stafford drops back in the pocket under a bit of pressure, and he's going to be taken down, the first sack of the game. And who else? It's Nick Bosa with the sack for San Francisco. Yeah, Bosa just got the edge. And Stafford had nowhere to escape. 2nd down and 15, a 5-yard loss. We're now inside the final 10 minutes of the half, still awaiting the first points of this NFC Championship game. Ball back at the 17, maybe the 18 actually, is they decide to run it, interestingly enough. Only a couple yards for Michelle. That'll set up 3rd and 13. Got to think a pass here from the LA Rams. We'll see. LA still in the huddle and just 10 seconds to go on the play clock. They're going to need to hurry up as they just now break the huddle. 5 to snap the ball. They get it off in time. Stafford looking to his right, going to the end zone. It's caught. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Rams. And Los Angeles strike first with 8:46 left in the second quarter. What a duo Stafford and Kupp have been all season long. And Kupp making the run to the corner of the end zone and a perfect pass from Stafford. And quite frankly, the 49ers just didn't cover Kupp tight enough. 7-0. The extra point is good. The conversion by Matt Gay puts the Rams up by 7. 8:46 left in the half. It's LA who strike first. Now let's see how San Francisco respond back after the break. Welcome back in. That scoring drive, 18 plays, 97 yards in 9.5 minutes for the Rams. They had the ball the entire second quarter, plus a couple of minutes to end the first quarter. A lengthy drive, which results in a touchdown as LA now kick it off. And let's see what response the 49ers will have, trailing by 7. Third and 13. And the Rams able to find the end zone on that last drive. Stafford to Kupp. Sean McVay and his coaching staff were fired up as expected after that opening drive, or rather opening touchdown. Now let's see what San Francisco can do. The fullback use check motions to the left. And now motions back to the right. Play action pass caught by Samuel, who gets tackled at the 27, a 2-yard gain. Aaron Donald making the stop. San Francisco have had no offensive touchdowns in the last 6+ quarters. Their last offensive touchdown came in the third quarter at the Cowboys in the wild card round. Didn't have a fourth quarter touchdown in that game on offense. And their lone touchdown against the Packers in their win last week in the divisional round was courtesy of the defense, a blocked punt, which was scooped up for the score. 2nd down and 8. Garoppolo looking to his left, firing deep down the sideline. It's caught, and it's Brandon Ayuk out of bounds, deep downfield. Garoppolo to Ayuk, and San Francisco on the move. All the way to about the 40-yard line of the Rams. Perfect pass from Garoppolo, and Ayuk tried to stay out of bounds as he was tiptoeing the sideline. Just couldn't quite stay in. In Week 18 against the Rams, Ayuk had a solid afternoon, 6 receptions for 107 yards. They officially placed the ball at the 42 of LA. Play clock down to 1, and they don't get it off in time. Flags galore, and here's the call. There's Carl Cheffers with the call. His 22nd season as an official. This is his 16th postseason game experience. Written all over his name is Trent Williams, the offensive tackle. Was the one who jumped the gun. Thanks for liking the stream, Adam. I appreciate that a lot. And thanks for tuning in as well. Oh, sorry, I'm just seeing your other comment right now, Jeffrey. Yeah, Sony Michel, of course, did play for the Patriots. You are correct about that. I think that's who you were referencing at the time. As Juszczyk is in motion, it's handed off, and Mitchell gets to the 45, about a 2-yard gain. One of these days I'll blow up on YouTube. We'll see. By the way, Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan both coached together with the Washington football team from 2010 to 13, and they were both hired as head coaches in 2017. Head-to-head, McVay won 3 of the first 4 matchups, but Shanahan has now won the last 6. So a lot of similarities between these two coaches, just how they rose up the ranks and the fact that they coached in the same organization before becoming head coaches. Garoppolo throws to the right, caught by Samuel, and he's going to take off. Samuel still on his feet. Down the sideline he goes. Deebo Samuel is in for the touchdown. San Francisco bounce right back, and Deebo Samuel got on his horse. 7-6 Rams lead, and the extra point would tie it for the 49ers. Wow. What a catch and run. It was actually a screen pass. Then Samuel makes something out of nothing. After the catch was made, it was just who was going to win the foot race. And my goodness, Samuel made a statement there on that touchdown catch and run. The extra point sent right down the middle by Robbie Gold, and the 49ers not the score at 7. Wow. Yeah, it could very well be another one of those games, Adam, that comes down to a field goal. Yeah, the snow is all right, Adam. We where I live, we ended up getting 18 inches, which, is a lot. It was officially classified as a blizzard. First blizzard here in Massachusetts since 2018, mainly because of the winds. The winds were unreal. I mean, at times I couldn't even see into my yard. I mean, it was blowing the snow around like crazy, but yeah, 18 inches. So just a lot of shoveling, but I had some fun too. Went sledding a little bit and had a good time outside with my brother and sister. So yeah, I made the most of it. Even though snow is not necessarily my favorite, but once in a while, I don't mind it. I'll be back after this quick commercial break. 7-7, we're all tied up between the Niners and the Rams in the NFC Championship. And welcome back in. Second quarter, about 6 minutes left. 7-7 between San Francisco and LA. What's good, Gabriel? We got Gabriel in the house. Beautiful evening in Los Angeles, California, just past 4:30 local time. As Robbie Gold kicks it off after the Deebo Samuel touchdown, more than 50 yards to the house. Here comes the return, and it's out to the 23 for Mitchell. Well, last couple of drives between both teams, the offense is starting to come alive. And at the end of that Samuel touchdown catch and run, he went full extension to hit the pylon as there was a last second shove from Jalen Ramsey to try to keep him out, but it wasn't enough to stop him. Odell Beckham in motion here as Stafford hands it off, run to the left side by Akers, but a nice tackle by Willis. A 1-yard pickup on the play. Well, for you NASCAR fans, a reminder that the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum from Los Angeles will be next Sunday, 6 Eastern time. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford dropping back in the pocket, throwing to the right sideline, but it's short for Kupp. 3rd and 9, and Stafford a bit slow to get up after taking a hit. 5:31 remaining here in the opening half. Oh man, Adam. Yeah, I heard about that whole situation with Mason Greenwood. It's not obviously it's not a joking matter, but just sad really. But yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time this weekend. Here's Stafford throwing again, and this time he connects with Beckham over the middle, and Beckham's fired up. He has another Rams first down. Stafford yet again under pressure and able to connect with one of his prime targets. I know, Adam. The Chiefs just, I'll tell you what, that was a wild game earlier between the Chiefs Bengals. I don't know what to say. I thought the Chiefs had it in the bag, especially when they were up 21-3. Credit to the Bengals. I didn't see that comeback happening, but Cincinnati did it. What's good, Steve? Welcome in. That is also a great question. What in the world happened to the U.S. today? Yeah, just sloppy performance, to be honest with you, as Akers runs it for LA. That's a 9-yard gain up the middle. Look at the ball control so far. 13 plays for the Niners, 120 yards. The Rams 35 plays for 181 yards. The Rams have had the ball for about 8 minutes longer. Sorry, 10 minutes longer. Yeah, the U.S. just a poor performance on the day, in my opinion. But also at the same time, you got to give credit to Canada. I mean, they came to play. They were more ready to go than the U.S. as Akers gets enough for the first down. Needed 2, got 3. 4 minutes left in the half. Yeah, sorry, Steve. I wasn't able to do the game. I was out and about. I actually had to go to my grandma's house to help shovel some of her driveway in her back patio. She lives in the next town over, and I didn't get back until the second half. As that's dropped by Kupp. How did he drop that? A wide open Cooper Kupp. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. But yeah, so I apologize for that, Steve. I really wanted to call the game, but I was gone, and then by the time I got back, there were only like 30 minutes left in the game. So and I didn't have any notes ready for the broadcast. I would have had to kind of rush to get the last few minutes in. So that's why I was unable to do it, Steve. But I do plan on being back for Wednesday's game against Honduras. Yes, but I wish I could have done it, but I just wasn't able to. Yeah, I know. Bruins down 2-0 to the Stars. I saw that as Stafford this time Sees Cup catches pass, who's just shy of the first down. About a yard short, 3rd and 1 with 3:20 to go. I know, Canada now just 3 more points away from clinching a spot in the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, that program's come a long way, and credit to that team, and especially their coach, who's done an incredible job. Helping my grandmother was far more important. Yeah, I guess you could say that, Steve. Although, I wish that didn't conflict with the game, but it is what it is, as you say. That comes first as Sony Michel plows ahead for a LA first down. The Rams on the move. Perhaps one more play before we reach the 2-minute warning. Yeah, absolutely, Adam. Exactly. The women's team has always been good from Canada, but the men's team, yeah, they've been disappointing for a long time as this pass to the end zone is dropped. Dropped by Ben Skowronek, the former Notre Dame standout. And that was an unbelievable chance for Skowronek. I mean, he was wide open. He didn't know where the ball was, I think. Lost track of it. And this was off his fingertips. What an opportunity for a touchdown catch. A golden chance for the Rams to reclaim a 7-point lead. Wow. So 2nd and 10 it is after the wide open Skowronek drops the pass. That's the second drop pass of the drive. First, it was Cup wide open as well. That was more of a short pass. This time, Skowronek downfield. But yeah, I think it goes to show you what a long way that program has come in such a short period of time. I mean, yeah, the Canada men's team all of a sudden is one of the top teams in CONCACAF. It's crazy. Well, we've hit the 2-minute warning. It remains 7-7. The Rams were this close to retaking the lead. Ben Skowronek dropping a wide open pass in the end zone. LA still with the ball, however. It'll be a continuation of their drive after this quick commercial break. Welcome back. We're now on the other side of the 2-minute warning. 7-7 is your score, all square. 3rd down and 8 on the way. The third meeting of the season between these two divisional rivals in the NFC West. 3rd and 8 from the San Francisco 36. The Rams trying to extend the drive here with 4 receivers wide, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Stafford takes the snap, drops back. He's going to fire deep down the right sideline and out of bounds, as Beckham was the intended target, defended nicely by Thomas, and 4th down's on the way as Stafford comes up limping. You watched some AFCON earlier and looking into MLS fantasy players. Very good. Yeah, that Egypt win over Morocco after extra time was very impressive. I thought Morocco were going to beat Egypt. Egypt got the job done, and then Senegal beating Equatorial Guinea 3-1. As a 54-yard field goal attempt's now on the way from Matt Gay, but it's well wide right and short as well. Not even close from Matt Gay. The 54-yard attempt off the mark from the guy who was the hero a week ago against Tampa. It remains 7-7. A huge stop for the San Francisco 49ers as they will take over. And yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Adam. It's crazy how the MLS season is starting up in just about a month. It does feel like it just ended indeed. Yeah, I'm with you. I thought Salah, was carrying Egypt too much. I just didn't think they had enough talent, but here they are in the semifinals of AFCON. All right, a quick commercial break. After this, it's the 49ers back with the ball, still tied up at 7. And a warm welcome back into this one, as the 49ers still have all 3 timeouts remaining. The Rams have 2 remaining. 150 to play in this first half. 7-7 the score. It's been a low-scoring contest here with a spot in the Super Bowl on the line. Garoppolo hands it off. Samuel runs to the left, picks up 2. Tackled there by Ashawn Robinson. Yeah, indeed, Adam. Yeah, AFCON has been very, very entertaining. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to call any games, but it's been a fun tournament. No doubt about it. A lot of a lot of upsets. Unfortunately, it's been marred a little bit by the refereeing controversy in the Tunisia-Mali game, and then oh man, what a big hit. Scott just absolutely lit up Deebo Samuel. and flags are thrown in every which direction. Goodness me, what a big hit. Did he get him in the head or did he get him? No, I mean, as brutal as that hit was in real time, I don't know if that should be a penalty. I mean, yes, it's a huge collision, but by the law, it might have been clean from Scott, but of course, right now the concern is the health of Deebo Samuel, who's still down on the field. 101 left in the half, and we'll step aside for an injury timeout. Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to mention. Marred also by the, of course, yeah, the people sadly dying in a stampede at one of the stadiums for a Cameroon game. Oh yeah, Vincent Abubakar is really good. In fact, the reason I know him very well, Adam, is because he plays for my favorite Portuguese club, Porto, or he did play for them, and I loved him at Porto. He now I think plays in Saudi Arabia, but that's when I first learned about Vincent Abubakar when he was at Porto, and yeah, he's a great player, no doubt about it. Oh, yeah, I'm with you, Adam. A Bengals 49ers or Bengals Rams Super Bowl would have just been unimaginable for me before the season started, but here we are, 7-7 the score. I'll be back after this injury timeout. Well, Deebo Samuel was the injured San Francisco player, and I'm sure the 49ers fans on hand were holding their breath, but he appears to be okay on the sideline. I don't want to come to any conclusions, but we shall see if he's able to return. For now, he's out, and there is George Kittle with the catch for a San Francisco first down. Time keeps on ticking, however. What's good, Kathleen? Welcome into the broadcast. And yes, I did see that Mexico-Costa Rica just ended 0-0. So after the disappointing result earlier, Kathleen, for the U.S., that's great to see. Mexico tying Costa Rica, that certainly helps us out, no doubt about it. Although the fact that Panama won has made things very interesting. So, yeah, a whole lot of moving parts in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. Coming up on the halftime report, I'll talk about the Bengals defeating the Chiefs. I'll also let you guys listen in on an interview with Joe Burrow after the game. And look back at the first half of this one and preview the second half of this NFC Championship. 14 first downs for the Rams, 5 for the 49ers. 51 seconds left in the half. Kittle will motion to the right, 2 receivers on each side for the 49ers. Ball in the 43 of LA. Garoppolo has great protection, throws underneath. That pass caught and taken for a 5-yard reception, maybe 6, by Jermichael Hasty. Yeah, they'll give him 6, 2nd and 4. 49ers hurry up, still have 1 timeout. 30 seconds to go, and that's caught in stride. Tripped up inside the 25 is Brandon Ayuk, and now the Niners will have to rush to the line. It looks like Garoppolo will spike it, and he does just that with 20 seconds on the clock. Ball at the 24-yard line of the Rams. That was a big time catch by Brandon Ayuk. Of course, 49ers well into field goal range now, but I'm sure they're looking to get into the end zone here. They're eager for more than just 3 points. They still have one timeout remaining here in the half. Second down and 10 on the way with 20 seconds to go. In motion from right to left is Juan Jennings. Garoppolo steps up in the pocket and he's going to run with it. Tackled at the 20, and now San Francisco surely will have to call a timeout. And that's what they'll do. They're going to bring it down to 3 seconds, make it 2, and now call a timeout, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal attempt to end this first half. Robbie Gold will try to put San Francisco in the lead for the first time this evening. The ball did come out, but it was after Garoppolo went down for the 49ers. Yeah, absolutely, Adam. After these last couple of games, the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers have suddenly got, very competitive indeed. Yep. I do plan to be on the call for US Honduras on Wednesday. At least that's my plan. So be on the lookout for that. As Gold in his postseason career, 20 for 20 on field goal attempts, his long coming from 54. This will be a 38-yard try to put the Niners in front. Wishnowski, the holder, the kick is up, and it is good. Gold still perfect in his postseason career on field goals. 10-7. The 49ers take the lead heading into the locker room at halftime. 30 minutes in the books in this NFC Championship game. And as I think many expected, it's been a very competitive game, a very close game. And it's been a lot about the defenses as well. The most scrimmage yards by a wide receiver single season all time. Deebo Samuel has just passed Jerry Rice for second most all time. What a feat that is. But Samuel, I'm sure, will care much more about his team going to the Super Bowl than about his individual stats. It's been a chippy matchup between these two divisional rivals. The 49ers will receive the second half kickoff. They have a 3-point lead at the break. Thank you, Nate, for tuning in. I'll step aside quickly, but the halftime report is coming your way next, so don't go anywhere. And welcome into the halftime report, everybody. From SoFi Stadium, it's the visitors with the lead. San Francisco up 10-7 so far. Let's see what we got here in the comments. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Adam. I don't follow Oceanian qualifiers that closely, but I would put my money on New Zealand. Well, you never know. You never know. But yeah, it is almost guaranteed, as you say, that it'll be New Zealand representing Oceania, but we'll see. We'll see. Welcome into the broadcast, everybody who's just tuning in. Oh, yeah, Robbie Gold, he is a great player. Absolutely, Jeffrey, no doubt about it. Nate says, let's go Honduras. Yes, that's right. They're in action right now against El Salvador, and then they'll face the U.S. on Wednesday. Deebo Samuel became the 5th 49ers player with 2,000-plus scrimmage yards in a single season. What a feat for Samuel, who's having just a standout season, quite frankly. And Nick Bosa as well, making an impact on the defensive side of things. He sacked Stafford once, had 4 tackles in those opening 2 quarters of play. So not a real surprise that Bosa has been leading the way on defense, making a couple of big-time plays. And yes, San Francisco, this is how it's been for them it was especially that way last week. They held their hat high on their defense, and of course, the lone touchdown that San Francisco scored against Green Bay was a blocked punt, which obviously is special teams. But the defense is what sets the tone for this Niners team, and we're seeing that so far in this game. The Rams so close to a touchdown early on before there was that interception by Jimmy Ward. So you got to give credit to San Francisco for leading the way on defense. And I don't know. I think this Rams team is capable of more offensively speaking. So I'm certainly not. I am certainly not saying, hey, the Rams are not going to come back. I mean, they only trail by 3. They still have a good of a shot as any of coming back and getting the victory. However, I think the 49ers will be pretty happy with how that first half played out, considering they are on the road. They are still the underdogs, even though they beat the Rams in both regular season meetings. But yeah, we shall see how the second half plays out. You didn't want the 49ers to win because they beat the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair enough. Honestly, ever since the Patriots were eliminated wild card weekend, I've just been rooting for upsets. So, good for Cincinnati making it to the Super Bowl. And if San Francisco can pull off the upset here, I'd be happy for them as well. Coming up after a quick break, I'll let you guys listen in to a Joe Burrow post-game interview after the Bengals earlier today pulled off the big surprise with a comeback victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. Back with more after the break, and I'm with you, Adam. Bengals in the Super Bowl. Never thought I'd say that either, but here we are. 10-7, Niners in front. Halftime report rolls on in a moment. And welcome back into the halftime report, everybody. Sorry for a lengthy break there. Had to get some stuff done upstairs quickly. As Adam fills us in with some World Cup qualifying information. All right, good to know. Solomon Islands. All right, so they look to be the biggest competitor, if there's any, to New Zealand. All right, very good, Adam. Thanks for the insight as always as we get ready for the second half of this NFC Championship game. 10-7, Niners in front. I promised a Joe Burrow interview, but sorry, I was out and about doing something. Excuse me. Wasn't able to get back to let you guys listen to that. So I apologize, but I promise you didn't miss too much. As you can imagine, Joe Burrow pretty hyped up, pretty excited after that victory. And he'll get ready. He and the Bengals getting ready to face the winner of this one in the Super Bowl 2 weeks from today, as both the 49ers and Rams are back on the field, and we're ready for second half kickoff, folks. Well, Adam, let's hope the U.S. are not in that scenario where they have to play in a playoff. I would be very disappointed if the U.S. end up finishing fourth in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. They simply have to secure a top 3 spot. No excuses. I know it's a possibility, but we'll see. All right, very good, Adam. As the Rams kick it off, Matt Gay will send it to the 49ers. Rams start the half in possession as this is returned by Deebo Samuel. Good to see him back in the game, but it's not a warm welcome back by the Rams as he's hit hard across the 15 by Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo, one of the key special teams players for this LA side. Thank you, John, for tuning in. We've got John here on the stream. Glad to see you as always. Third quarter just underway in the NFC Championship game. 3-point difference between the two teams, and no team has had a 2-score lead. The 49ers can change that on this drive. Garoppolo rolling to his right, has time, and it's broken up. Incomplete as Jalen Ramsey knocked it away from Deebo Samuel. Samuel then was taken down, but no flag on the play. 2nd and 10 for San Fran. Oh, yeah, that was a late hit on Samuel. I mean, he's getting beat up pass after pass, Deebo Samuel. Second down and 10 from the 18-yard line. 49ers have a bunch formation, 2 receivers to the right, use check in motion. It's handed off, and Samuel reaches forward, gets to about the 24. See if they give him 5, 3rd and medium for the Niners. Great atmosphere inside SoFi Stadium, which will be the host of this year's Super Bowl. If the Rams were to win, they would have the Super Bowl at their home stadium, just like Tampa did last year. 49ers put 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They actually gave Samuel 6 yards on the last play, and look at that. They got the Rams to jump the gun. Offside against LA. Here comes the official ruling. And that'll give San Francisco an automatic first down. Looking back at the replay. Yep. It was Gaines, the defensive lineman, jumping too early. And that is actually the first penalty of the game against the Rams. The Niners have only committed 2 themselves. It's been a game with very few flags, which is, I think, aesthetically pleasing to watch. We've had games with a lot of flags left and right. So it's been a well-played game by both teams as Samuel plows ahead once more, and he picks up 9. 2nd and 1. Before the second half kickoff, Robbie Gold was taking some practice kicks right as the Rams were walking out to the field. And Jalen Ramsey was not too pleased about that, getting in the face of Gold. Of course, Robbie Gold last week, many of you might have saw the clip of him in the warm-ups while the Packers were being introduced and coming out. He was kicking right over them, getting some warm-up reps in. And tell you what, Robbie Gold, one of the most fearless kickers you'll find. Takes a lot of guts to take some practice kicks right in the face of your opponents as they're coming out to the field. But Gold's not afraid to do just that. There's a first down carry as San Francisco move the chains. All right, Adam, you know a lot, man. As Garoppolo tries to escape, just throws it in the air, and it lands out of bounds. Garoppolo just avoiding the sack. So he was wrapped up down low, 2nd and 10 on the way. And there is now a flag down. It is a bit of a late one. And let's see what the announcement is here. Oh, wow. It's against the defense. Jalen Ramsey, the guilty party, illegal contact. Yeah, as Ayuk was trying to get to the inside of him, that's when the illegal contact occurred. So San Francisco get an automatic first down up to the 45-yard line. The fullback Juszczyk lined up as a receiver to the far right. Garoppolo looking that way, goes short and connects with Mitchell. Mitchell has a first down. 12-yard completion. And the 49ers are into enemy territory. Just about 3 minutes played here in the third quarter. Yeah, that was busted coverage by the LA Rams. Ayuk motions to the right. It's handed off. Mitchell, second effort, and he's only going to get a yard. Eric Weddle making the tackle, 2nd down and 9. Yeah, no, the Rams haven't had their best day by any means, Adam. I agree. It's been a quiet performance from them, but if they can keep it within one score, they're going to give themselves a chance. If the 49ers, though, get a touchdown on this drive, it could be trouble for LA. Garoppolo, meanwhile, speaking of trouble, is in some right here. Spins around and throws it incomplete. 3rd and 9, another near sack for LA. And it looks like Garoppolo drew some blood on his right elbow. Slow to get up after that play was Trent Williams, one of the key offensive tackles. Yeah, he fell right back into Garoppolo. And quite frankly, I'm not sure how Garoppolo wasn't sacked there. 3rd down and 9 for San Francisco. Under pressure, Garoppolo, 15 dropbacks, no sacks, however. And this ball tipped. It's incomplete. George Kittle nearly caught it off his right hand, and Long was in the area for a possible interception. But instead, it's 4th and 9. The Rams, however, make a much-needed stop. It was Gaines who originally got his right hand to it, and that's what threw it all off for the Niners, as Mitch Wishnowsky is out to punt for San Francisco. He sends it to the right side, and a fair catch called for and made at the 11 by Cooper Kupp. Early second half, 10:49 to play in the third quarter, and it's the Niners leading the Rams 10-7. Matthew Stafford And the Rams offense back to the field. I'll be back after this quick break. San Francisco by 3. Welcome back in. Tim McVay, the father of head coach Sean McVay, in attendance for this one. The Rams will start this drive from the 11, down by 3, 10:49 remaining in the third quarter. Man, this is a swing pass, but Kupp is knocked nearly out of bounds. And finally, the tackle completed. Nicely done there by number 54, and that would be Fred Warner. I don't know if that's a realistic scenario, Adam. I don't know. I don't think that's all that realistic, to be honest with you, Adam. As it looks like we have an injury timeout. Welcome in, John, and yes, rip Chiefs indeed. An unbelievable comeback by Cincinnati earlier today as we have another commercial break, an injured player in the field, but make sure you stick around. More action in this NFC Championship game after this. Welcome back in, everybody. And Ben says, glad we don't have to suffer through another Jackson Mahomes Super Bowl. That's a good one. As Stafford will throw down the left sideline, and he has Beckham for an LA first down. A 13-yard completion, and Beckham just winning with his change of direction here. He completely juked out the cornerback, Emmanuel Mosley. Fresh set of downs from the 22. Dropping back, I should say. Stafford, he's going to go deep downfield, juggled and caught. Beckham has it, and he's close to midfield, down at the 48-yard line. Back-to-back completions to Odell Beckham has LA in business. Here's Stafford throwing again, this time to the right side. That ball's caught, an 8-yard completion. And this time it's Blanton making the catch. Kendall Blanton actually a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. 9:22 remaining here in quarter 3. That was just the second reception of the evening for Kendall Blanton. Rams in the 49ers half of the field. Stafford so far 3 for 3 on this drive. This time it's handed off, but not enough for the first down. Stop short of the line to gain was Cam Akers. And so a big third down coming up as Al Shire made the stop for San Francisco. As always, I appreciate all of you for tuning in tonight. So far, the Rams 7 for 10 on third down. Third and a foot here with Cooper Kupp in motion. Get the snap off in time. Stafford looking to throw. He's in trouble, and it's into the turf for an incomplete pass. Bosa with the pressure, as well as DJ Jones. And that is huge for the San Francisco defense. What does Sean McVay decide here on 4th and 1? The offense is staying out there, and this could be a pivotal moment in the game. 8:03 left in the third. And this crowd is loud right now. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and it looks like Stafford has just enough, although let's see where they mark it. With the help of his offensive line, it appears he got it. But still no official confirmation of that. We might have a measurement. Let's see where they placed it originally. This is a big call, to say the least. Looked like on the second effort, Stafford was just able to get enough, or was he? It was awfully close looking at the replay. And here comes the chain gang to see whether or not he got it. Out comes the chains, and he is short. The 49ers take over, but now Sean McVay has his challenge flag at the ready, and let's see if he decides to use it. Based on the spotting, they rule him inches short, and McVay is still contemplating whether or not he should throw the challenge flag here. He's looking at the replays on the Jumbotron. Is he going to throw it? Is he going to hold on? Let's see. You only have, I think, 30 seconds to make your mind up. We'll see if indeed we have a challenge from the Rams. But as of now, it's the 49ers taking over. And yes, Jeffrey, I do have school tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to that. But hey, hopefully we end the weekend with a great ending here between the Niners and Rams. It's 49ers ball right after this. Welcome back in as indeed Sean McVay did decide to challenge the original ruling that Stafford was short, and the call has stood. So the call stands, and that'll mean the Rams lose a precious timeout with an unsuccessful challenge. There just wasn't enough evidence there to overturn the initial decision. So the San Francisco 49ers will take over. 7:53 left in the third. And what a huge stop by the Niners defense. Just big time. So the Rams, with that unsuccessful challenge, are now down to 2 timeouts remaining. And that could be pivotal in the coming down to the wire of this one. Niners hand it off, but Samuel can't get anything. Pushed back by Robinson and Jones. How about Aaron Donald for the Rams? He has been contained pretty well, it has to be said, by this Niners offensive line. For one of the best guys at his position in the league, Donald has been relatively quiet so far. And that's a testament to the San Francisco O-line. And here's a handoff for Samuel, and he only picks up, well, he actually gets 5, maybe even 6. Oh yeah, sorry, going back to the chat, I believe John is right. Yeah, I don't think the Bengals have ever won the Super Bowl. No. Yeah, they've made it before, but I don't think they've ever won it. Yeah. So, it's going to be an incredible chance for them to win it. And yeah, I'm used to seeing those teams in the Super Bowl as well. It's crazy to just have I still can't believe it. Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. It's wild. It's wild. Garoppolo fires over the middle, and it's hauled in inside the 40-yard line by number 11, Brandon Ayuk. Perfect pass by Garoppolo, and Ayuk making no mistake on the receiving end. The tackle by Williams. And the 49ers into the other half of the field at the 39-yard line. They put two receivers wide. Hand it off. And that will be negative yardage for Elijah Mitchell. Mitchell met by Gaines and Jones. Second down and 11. Yes, that sounds right. Yep, they were in the Super Bowl in 89 against the Niners. So we could have a rematch of that 1989 Super Bowl if San Francisco are able to hold on here. Look at the rushing yards this half. 24 for the Niners, -2 for the Rams. Two receivers to the left and two to the right. Shotgun formation. Garoppolo quickly throws left, caught by Samuel, who has a couple of blocks, and Samuel will not go down easily. All the way to the 26-yard line, and another San Francisco first down. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. How is Samuel able to keep his balance as long as he did? I don't know. An impressive job by Debo. He has 10 touches for 86 total yards and a touchdown. The ball is now on the LA 26. 6 first downs this half now for the 49ers. They once again go to the ground, but no gain for Mitchell. Was a pretty long way back, wasn't it? I'm not sure that far back, Adam, but it certainly feels like it. That was what, 1989. For myself, as a, almost 18-year-old, that's 17 and a half. That 89 does sound like a long time ago, as Garoppolo drops back and fires incomplete over the middle, looking for Samuel. Weddle was in coverage. Yeah, the last time and the only time, if I'm not mistaken, the Bengals were in the Super Bowl was that 1989 Super Bowl against San Francisco. A whole 15 years before I was even born. It's still far from over, Adam. It's still far from over. 3:31 left in the third quarter. In motion is Juan Jennings. Garoppolo throws. It is caught. That's Jennings, and he spins around for a San Francisco first down. That's big time. From Juwan Jennings. The third wide receiver on the depth chart. And he comes up big in this moment. Garoppolo was given just enough time in the pocket to complete that pass. And into the red zone go the Niners. They're at the 15-yard line. This is a flip back to Mitchell, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. A nice read by Von Miller. Miller made the move from Denver to the Rams earlier this season. And remember, the Rams, they made those moves for Von Miller, Odell Beckham, even getting Stafford in the past offseason. You don't make those moves without the intention to win a Super Bowl. So anything short of a win would be disappointing for the Rams as Garoppolo looks for the end zone and a leaping grab. George Kittle for a San Francisco touchdown. 16-7. And it's a 2-score lead for the Niners. 1:59 left in the third, and the Rams perhaps in some trouble. All right, thank you, Ben. They were in the Super Bowl twice. Gotcha. And lost to the Niners both times. Okay, that is what it was. Thank you very much, Ben. As the extra point is on the way, and Robbie Gold slips it through the left upright. 17-7. San Francisco up by double digits. Garoppolo to Kittle. And in the latter stages of the third quarter, the 49ers up by 10 over the Rams. LA with much work to do. Back with more in the NFC Championship after this. And from Inglewood, California at SoFi Stadium, the home team in trouble. Rams down by 10, minute 59 to go in the third. A spot in Super Bowl 56 on the line. The winner to take on the Bengals at this very stadium 2 weeks from today. Well, it's LA, so that means plenty of celebrities in attendance. Cedric the Entertainer, Jessica Alba, Magic Johnson watching on. Leonardo DiCaprio in attendance as well. All of the stars coming out for this one. $1:59 to play in quarter three. Rams down by 10 with the football. They start from the 25. Pass caught along the sideline by Cooper Kupp. 6-yard reception and a late flag thrown. What will this be? It came in late, so it is unsportsmanlike conduct against San Francisco. Well, that's just an unnecessary penalty to take if you're the 49ers. Yeah, I believe it was for the late hit by Al-Shaair. Al-Shaair came in late and then perhaps taunted him afterwards. So just a silly penalty to take against the 49ers. Third penalty. against San Francisco today. The Rams have only committed 2 meanwhile. Stafford will hand it off, and that's Sony Michel up the middle for a gain of 3 yards. A former New England Patriot will actually pick up 2. They give him 2 second and 8. Minute 10 left in the quarter. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. What a day it's been so far. Look at the rushing yards, 73-42 in LA's favor. This time Stafford looking to throws left. It's caught by Kupp, who escapes a tackle and has a first down. And he gets about 12 yards on the play. Pass on the money from Stafford to Kupp, and what a move to just blow right by Emmanuel Mosley. Kupp with a 7th catch, and there will likely be one last play before the third quarter concludes. Garoppolo, meanwhile, sits tight on the sideline for San Francisco. Ball at the 40 of the 49ers. And in comes the referee. A whistle blown as the Rams, interestingly, use their second timeout. So Sean McVay lost his first timeout after the unsuccessful challenge. Will now use his second. So just one remaining the rest of the way. Something to keep an eye out for. If the Rams maybe need those timeouts that they now don't have later in this game. We shall see how it all plays out and how it all unfolds. Still a long way to go here from SoFi Stadium. San Francisco, on the other hand, yet to use a timeout this half. 19 seconds remain in the third quarter. One receiver to the left, out wide, and then 2 to the right. It's a flea flicker and thrown underneath by Stafford. It's caught underneath and off to the races goes Kendall Blanton to the 20-yard line. A bit of trickery from the Rams, and it sets up another first down. What a way to end the third quarter for Los Angeles. Well, now we know why Sean McVay decided to call that timeout. A huge conversion right there. The stakes are huge. The winner to the Super Bowl, the Niners up 17-7, but the Rams are not going away. The fourth and final quarter is next. Don't go anywhere. To the fourth quarter we go. 17-7. Look at the quarterback comparison. Garoppolo 13 of 21 for 202 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stafford 20 of 31 for 216 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So Garoppolo, you could say, winning the battle so far by a little bit, but still a whole nother quarter to play. And yes, Adam, it has been a rough night for the Bruins as this short pass is caught by Blanton again, and he's just a yard short of the first down, a 9-yard catch. And Mike is here. What's good, Mike? Glad to see you as always. Hope you're doing well as the Rams make it 2nd and 1. That was Blanton's 4th catch of the night, his 2nd consecutive reception here on this drive. Stafford's a perfect 4 for 4 this drive, 47 yards. This time it's handed off, but Akers runs into a wall and is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Nice play by Emmanuel Mosley, and it's 3rd and 1 for the Rams. Well, the whole world knows how big this play is right here. Play clock down to 3. 5 receivers wide. Stafford in the shotgun, looking for the end zone, and it's caught. Cooper Kupp, touchdown LA. 17-13, and the Rams back within 1 score. Well, Matthew Stafford finding his number 1 target, Cooper Kupp, who just ran an outstanding route, and now the extra point through the uprights by Matt Gay, and it's a 3-point game yet again. 13:30 left in the 4th quarter. San Francisco's lead shrinks down to 3. What a game and what an ending we should have in store. Stay tuned. More of the NFC Championship after this. It's early fourth quarter from LA at SoFi Stadium. And another Rams touchdown, their second of the night, has them within 3 points of San Francisco. The 49ers beat the Rams in both regular season meetings, trying to make it 3 in a row. But the Rams just might have other ideas, as this will be returned, and Deebo Samuel trying to switch fields, but he stopped in his tracks. A nice tackle at the 13-yard line by Howell. And first question is, did Samuel step out of bounds while he was tiptoeing the sideline? And it looks like he didn't. It was close. But then it was no gain after that. Trying to run horizontally to open up some space on the other side. But that was read all the way. So the Niners start out from the 14-yard line with 13:27 to play in regulation. Jimmy Garoppolo running out of time, but the throw is caught, and a nice run afterwards by Mitchell all the way to the 35. The Rams with zone defense, and this enabled Mitchell to get open. He started in the backfield, and Garoppolo was able to get it out to him in time, because that was a near sack. Copeland was quickly approaching from behind. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Quick pass, but it's low and incomplete to Brandon Ayuk. The official on the far side was all over that one. Looks like at that last commercial break, Aaron Donald, the leader of this Rams defense, huddled up his teammates and gave a fiery speech trying to motivate them. Their season on the line, and we'll see if that speech pays off. The total yards this half, 109 to 106. Slightly in San Francisco's favor, but not by much. On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo in the pocket, fires underneath and connects with Samuel. Samuel with a first down to the 47-yard line. Yeah, a lot of credit there has to go to one of the big men up front, Alex Mack, the center, in fact. Able to block Aaron Donald and give Garoppolo that extra second he needed to find Samuel. Fresh set of downs for the 49ers with 12 minutes to play. Handed off up the middle. It's a strong run by Mitchell. Through contact, he picks up 9. And into LA's half of the field goes San Francisco. It'll be 2nd down and 1. 49ers with a chance to reclaim a 2-possession lead. A touchdown would do just that. Ball in the 44 of LA. Bunch formation. Juszczyk is in the backfield. It's handed off to Mitchell, but down he goes at the 45. The tackle there for a 1-yard loss by Eric Weddle, the safety. So the Rams brought numbers to the line of scrimmage. And a huge 3rd and 2 on the way for San Fran. The Niners 3 for 6 on 3rd down. It's handed off to the fullback, Juszczyk. And the ball comes out. They rule him down first, as Juszczyk can only get back to the line of scrimmage. The Rams absolutely swarmed him right away. The 49ers were trying to trick the Rams with an offensive lineman in motion that was Trent Williams. But LA didn't fall for it. And here on 4th and 2, it doesn't look like Kyle Shanahan is going to take any gamble. The punting unit is out there, and Wishnowsky is ready, although he'll have to wait a little longer. As Sean McVay has thrown the challenge flag. All right, well, he thinks it was a fumble. This is interesting. You only get 2 challenges and only 1 timeout left. If this is unsuccessful, the Rams will lose their final timeout. We'll see if the call is overturned to a fumble or if it stands as the runner was down before the ball came out. Big call after this. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Did the challenge pay off? Let's listen in. Wow. The ruling on the field stands as called. It's the second unsuccessful challenge of the half by the Rams. And yeah, that wasn't even close. Looking at the replay, it was obvious. So I don't know. 2 questionable challenges from Sean McVay this half, especially this one where you already used one and was unsuccessful. And he knew coming in to that decision to throw the challenge flag a second time that if he lost, if it was unsuccessful, that they'd lose their final timeout. And that's exactly what's happened. So the Rams are out of timeouts now. 2 of them were not even used, but rather lost due to unsuccessful challenges. Very interesting. 10:01 remaining. Meanwhile, San Francisco are keeping their offense on the field for 4th and 2 on the LA 45. Here we go. Mitchell motions to the right. And perhaps the 49ers just trying to get them to jump off sides. The Rams stay disciplined and stay put. And now San Francisco will take the penalty. So they'll take the penalty, and ultimately Wishnowsky will punt it. Delay a game called. It's worth a shot, I suppose. We'll see, Adam. Yeah, it's not the best situation for the Rams. The fact that they have no timeouts left here with 10 minutes to go, but they will get the ball back here, only down by 3. So we'll see how these last 10 minutes unfold. As Wisnowski's punt is up and away, and this will be fair caught at about the 16 by Cooper Kupp. 9:55 to play. Well, look at some early season headlines. They were saying it's still early, but the 49ers are a team in crisis. The San Francisco Chronicle is saying bombing and 49ers cyclone. SI.com saying Kyle Shanahan has no right to answer now and he's massively failing the 49ers. These were all headlines in papers, magazines, radio stations. It was a rough start to the season for the 49ers. You may remember they took a while to get going, but here they are now in the NFC Championship. And the 49ers were very close to not even making the playoffs, remember. Stafford deep downfield, and it is dropped. Almost an interception, but somehow, some way, that football was dropped by Jaquiski Tartt. Unbelievable. How is that not an interception right there? An extremely risky pass, and that's a routine interception for any guy in the league. But Tartt lost his concentration for a split second, and that's one he'd love to have back. Instead, the Rams get a second life, 2nd and 10 now. Stafford, another deep throw down the left sideline, and Beckham has it, and that's a helmet-to-helmet hit by Ward. A flag thrown, and this is going to be an extra 15 yards. What a turn of events from one play to the other. Yeah, that's an uncalled for hit by Ward. Beckham was already down, and Ward, with the crown of his helmet, went right into the face of Beckham. And after what should have been an interception, a play later, after a completion to Beckham and a helmet-to-helmet hit penalty, the Rams all of a sudden are in business. By the way, this is Odell Beckham's first game with 100-plus receiving yards since Week 6 of 2019 when he was with Cleveland. That was a 33-game spell where Beckham didn't have over 100 yards receiving. Tonight, he changes that. The Rams now on the 41 of San Francisco. It's handed off, and Akers can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Play blown dead. 2nd and 10 with 9 minutes remaining. What an ending this should be. Just like the earlier game between the Bengals and Chiefs. Stafford has good protection, loops the ball down the sideline, but it's out of bounds. He was looking for Van Jefferson. 3rd and 10 for LA. Good coverage in the secondary by San Francisco. And going back to that drop by Tartt, I still can't believe it. I mean, that most definitely should have been an interception. Hard to believe he dropped that, but San Francisco can still make amends, specifically Tartt, as the Rams have it 3rd and 10 at the Niners 41. Spread formation, quick throw, caught on a screen pass, and Kupp has great blocking up front and a first down. All the way to the 25 he goes, and the fans are loving it inside SoFi Stadium. Beautifully executed. And now the ensuing snap. Stafford going for the end zone, but he overshot Jefferson. It's incomplete, 2nd down. This is Cooper Kupp's 13th game with 100-plus receiving yards this season, the most all-time. That includes the postseason. So just talking about Beckham having his first such game in 33 games in, 2.5 years. For Kupp, it's been routine for him to have 100-plus receiving yards in the game. He's done that again tonight. 2nd and 10 from the San Fran 25. Play clock's down to 1. They get it off just in time. Stafford throws right, leaping grab, and Beckham has it for an 8-yard reception. Maybe 7. It's another 3rd down on this drive. 3rd and 3 with 8 minutes left in regulation. Stafford under pressure, 40 dropbacks, sacked once. Beckham now with 107 receiving yards. The ball at the 18-yard line, let's say. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Plenty of motion. Once again, the snap off just in the nick of time. Screen pass caught in the backfield, but Michel goes down at the 23-yard line. A 5-yard loss. And making the play there for the Niners was Fred Warner. And so now on 4th down, it'll be a field goal attempt for Matt Gay as he tries to tie the score at 17. This will be from 40 yards out on the right hash. The holder is Hecker. The kick is up, and it is good. Matt Gay converts from 40 yards, and the score is tied. 10 unanswered points for the LA Rams. And I promised you we'd be in for a pretty good ending. Well, here we are, 6:49 left. And right now, nothing separates these teams. San Francisco will have the ball next. You won't want to miss this ending. Welcome back in. 17 all here in the 4th quarter. Early on in that last Rams drive, Jaquiski Tartt with what should have been an interception. And in the end, the Rams are allowed to continue that drive and cashed in with 3 points to tie the score. Adam saying a field goal wins it. We shall see, man. We shall see. I feel like there are more twists and turns to come in this one. I just get that sense. What an ending this should be in the NFC Championship. Winner to take on the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 56, 2 weeks from tonight. What an occasion that will be. 6:49. First and foremost left in this one. Two receivers to the left, and now in motion to that side is Samuel. Garoppolo hit from behind, and the pass is incomplete. He left it short of Kittle and perhaps had his arm bumped. Well, I guess not. But there was Aaron Donald finally getting to Jimmy Garoppolo. What do I think about Tom Brady retiring? Yeah, Jeffrey. I mean, I'll be honest. I was a little surprised. Like I don't know. I just thought Tom Brady would never retire. You know, I just assumed he'd be back for another year, especially when he's still playing so well. I was a little bit surprised about how sudden that report came. But I mean, you know, he can retire at this stage. He has every right to retire. I mean, he's incredible. What an unbelievable career. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him, and I hope he, you know, has a good time in retirement. And it'll just be weird not seeing Tom Brady on a football field anymore. It'll be very, very strange as a delay of game penalty has been assessed to the Niners. That crowd starting to play a real factor at SoFi Stadium. It's now 2nd and 15. Back to the 20. Adam's saying Tom Brady will play on in his opinion. All right, we'll see. Yeah, I guess it isn't official that he's retired. It's just reports out there that he will, as this is tipped and incomplete. Could have been an interception. Could have been a lot of things. 3rd and 15 for the Niners. Oh, man, that's a really risky pass. I mean, Jalen Ramsey was right there. That was a very, very big gamble from Jimmy Garoppolo as he rolled to his right to escape the pressure. And the reaction from the Rams fans tells the story. A missed opportunity for Ramsey. Here we go, 3rd and 15. Garoppolo under pressure, rolls back to his left side, and a short pass is dropped by Travis Benjamin. And a 3 and out for San Francisco. The Rams are going to get the ball with a chance to take the lead. Just a terrible possession for the 49ers. As Mitch Wishnowsky is out for yet another punt. And this one is going to land at the 39, where it's fair, caught by Powell. So the Rams in pretty good field position. 17-17 the score. Reminder, the 2022 NFL Pro Bowl is next Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And actually, just in the past hour, I think, it was announced that Mac Jones is going to the Pro Bowl as one of the replacement quarterbacks. Adam says Brady will win another Super Bowl. Hey, it's a bold take considering there are reports that he's retiring, but I guess nothing's bold with Tom Brady predictions at this point. That man can do anything. So if he comes back for another year and wins another Super Bowl, hey, who would be surprised at this stage? The guy can do it all. Oh yeah, on that punt, by the way, there was a helmet-to-helmet hit by Gutierrez of the Rams that went unnoticed. 2nd down and 7 here for the LA Rams. Will I commentate the Pro Bowl? I might, Jeffrey. I might. Yeah. Yeah, I might. It would be a fun game, a laid back broadcast to do. So yeah, I might. Play clock winding down. The snap is off in time. Play action pass. Stafford rolling right. Low throw. It's caught. Van Jefferson. And let's see where they mark it. They're going to put it a yard short. The Rams aren't happy with the placement of the football. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Let's look back at the replay. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit of a harsh placement. But at the same time, on that snap, the Rams could have been called for delay of game. It didn't. They didn't, though. As Stafford throws again, and they have a first down now to the San Francisco 44. It's hauled in by number 86, Kendall Branton. Tell you what, Branton has had a pretty solid evening. 5 catches for 57 yards. What time is the USA game on Wednesday night? Yeah, I think it's at 7:30 Eastern time, Jeffrey. Yeah, I believe it's a 7:30 start. As that's a short run for Sony Michel. Second down and 9 for LA. Pivotal drive, 4:20 to go in regulation. Stafford in the pocket has protection, and the throw to the left sideline is caught by Beckham. Emmanuel Mosley, the tackle, and this will set up 3rd down and 3. Yeah, Jeffrey, I do plan on doing the USA game on Wednesday. Yeah, as long as I don't have too much homework. I don't think I have anything going on that night, so I'll be home. So yeah, I should be able to. Nate says, "Come on, Rams." When is Syracuse University taking me? Well, that'll be in August. So, I mean, we still have a few. We still have a what 5, 6 more months. So as that's caught by Cup and he breaks free. Cooper Kupp still going, and he gets all the way to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 for LA. Wow. But yeah, I'll be heading off to Syracuse in August, Adam. So we still have some time, and I'll still do streams now and again when I come back home for some you know school breaks like Thanksgiving, Christmas break, etc. So don't worry. What happened to Honduras, Nate? I'm just looking at it. They lost 2-0. My goodness. Yeah, Honduras have been atrocious in these World Cup qualifiers. I don't know what's going on with them. No gain there for Akers on the ground. On that Stafford completion to Cup, it was actually Sony Michel helping out in front with some blocking. 2nd and 11, and this next play won't take place until the other side of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in regulation. It's 17-17, but the LA Rams are in the red zone. Don't go anywhere, folks. This ending is going to be quite something. The final 2 minutes after the break. The score is tied, and we're ready for the final 2 minutes. Adam is gonna stick with the Bengals winning the Super Bowl. I respect that, man. I gotta respect that. Um, will I do the Super Bowl? Yeah, I do plan on being on the call for the Super Bowl, Jeffrey. Yes, that is the plan. All right, final 2 minutes of regulation. Tie game. Rams out of timeout. San Francisco have all three. Ball at the San Francisco 13. Stafford is under pressure and he's down. It's a sack for Nick Bosa at the 20-yard line. Or it might have been Abukum, actually. I think Abukum was the one who got to Stafford first. Either way, it's a big sack for the Niners. Yeah, Ebukam came from behind. And I suppose it might have been Bosa with the ultimate sack. Yeah, it was Bosa. And the Rams did use their first time out of the half, so 1:55 to go, and it's 3rd and 18 for Los Angeles. Ball back at the 20. Four receivers wide, three to the right, one to the left. Quick pass to the right. Cooper Kupp, the catch and run. He gets to the 12. An 8-yard reception. And here comes 4th down as the Niners use their second timeout with 1:49 to go. And Matt Gay will come out to attempt the extra point. To attempt the field goal and try to put LA in front. Well, the Rams have certainly gone all in. Since 2018, they traded 6 first-round picks, acquired Cooks, Ramsey, Stafford. They added Michelle, Beckham, Miller, and to the 2024 and their next first-round pick, I should say, isn't until 2024. So this is a team who has gone all in the last couple of years, and especially this year. And so here is Matt Gay looking to put the Rams in front. He's 1 of 2 on field goals today. Made one from 40, missed from 54. This is a 30-yard attempt. The hold is good, and the kick is right down the middle. Matt Gay puts Los Angeles in front with 1:46 remaining. 20-17, and the Rams have scored 13 unanswered points. Well, of course, LA would have liked a touchdown there, but they take the lead nonetheless with the field goal, and now it'll be up to Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers offense. A field goal would obviously tie it, and a touchdown would put them in the lead. 1:46 left, and the Niners have one timeout remaining. I don't know, Adam. I guess I might try it out. I'm not. Some of my friends love playing fantasy for a bunch of different sports, especially NFL, but I've tried it before. NFL, I haven't tried any other fantasy leagues, and I don't know. I've never really gotten into it, but maybe I could try it again and give it a shot. As this kick is into the end zone for a touchback. In conference championship history since 1970, the largest deficit entering the fourth quarter to overcome to a win was 9 points in 2004 when the Seahawks did it against the Packers. Tonight, the Rams trailed by 10 here in the fourth quarter. It was 17-7 at one point. And now they lead by 3, but still 1:46 on the clock for San Francisco. They start from the 25. Hasty in motion. Garoppolo looking to pass, gets it out, and it's tipped and nearly intercepted. It drops incomplete as Gaines dove out, looking for the spectacular pick. Couldn't quite get there. Got to applaud the effort, and once again, that's Gaines with a blocked pass. He had a tip pass earlier, a blocked pass here. He's been big time tonight for Los Angeles. Second down and 10, a minute 42 left. Motioning to the left is Juan Jennings, two receivers on that side, and one to the right. Garoppolo in the pocket, buying time, throws to the sideline. It's caught, but a loss of yards for Jennings. It's the last thing San Francisco could afford. 3rd and 13 now. And the 49ers need a big play here. Time keeps on ticking. Here's the snap. Garoppolo trying to escape. Rolls to his left, and he is going to get it out, and it's intercepted. The Rams pick off Garoppolo, and that's going to end the ball game. Unbelievable ending. It's intercepted by Traven Howard, I believe. And with 1:09 to go, the LA Rams are going to head to Super Bowl 56. A fourth quarter comeback for the ages. Jimmy Garoppolo is in all kinds of trouble. So much pressure, and he just tried to shovel past it out of danger and not take the sack. But in the end, it was through the hand or over the hands of Hasty, and right there to pick him off was Howard, I do believe. Wow. And now all the Rams will need to do is kneel it a couple of times. 49ers have one more timeout left, but that won't matter. There's one kneel down, and San Francisco used their final timeout with 1:08 to go. How about Matt Stafford tonight? 337 yards passing. His wife in attendance, of course, super excited as you'd expect. Yeah, what a great game. Absolutely, Jeffrey. Couple of fantastic games today, and a devastating way for it to come to an end for the 49ers. There's another kneel down by Stafford. One more, and it'll be official. And absolutely, the Rams just did not give up. Down by 10 here in the fourth quarter. They score 13 unanswered. And there is the final kneel down by Stafford. It's all over. The Los Angeles Rams are heading to Super Bowl 56. In Matt Stafford's first year in LA, he is heading to a Super Bowl after so many years of agony in Detroit. So many losing seasons with the Lions. Stafford finally proves his legitimacy. And the star additions of Odell Beckham and Von Miller pay off as well for this Rams team. Of course, they're still one win away, but here they are in the Super Bowl for the second time in the last 4 years, or 3 years, I should say. Odell Beckham exchanging words with Deebo Samuel. It devastated Deebo Samuel. '49ers gave it everything. Both teams gave it their all. An incredible battle between these two sides. And in the end, the Rams just delivered in the clutch, and the 49ers could not. That is true, Gabriel. Yeah. Thanks, JA, for tuning in. What a game indeed. I'll let you guys listen in to Matt Stafford's post-game thoughts.
No, that was an unbelievable performance by our team. Didn't start the way we wanted it to. Guys battled. Stayed in the locker room, man. There's no way we're not going to win this damn game. And our guys put our mind to it, came out here and did it. So proud of this group, man.
You said in the final moments last week in Tampa Bay, your heart was racing. We had an unbelievable shot of you on the sidelines as your defense was out there. What was that like over there?
I got total trust and confidence in that defense, man. They've been unbelievable all year. Way to freaking ice the game. I loved it. But I'd rather be out there playing. But, man, it came through. What a great play to end it.
My final question, you said this week you didn't know what to expect when you came here. I'm going to tell you what happened. You came here, and now you're going to play for a Super Bowl in your home stadium. I mean, couldn't have rated it up any better. No. And that's one of the guys that everyone said they wanted to get back to the Super Bowl as well as you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be a part of this team with this group of guys, this coaching staff. I mean, you can't write the story any better. I'm at a loss of words. I'm just having a blast playing ball with these guys. And shoot, we got one more at the home stadium. Let's get it done.
Sure do. Put that hat on. Get up into that podium. Congrats.
All right. The LA Rams will raise their NFC Championship trophy. And yeah, Adam, the Super Bowl venue, believe it or not, will be at the stadium. SoFi Stadium was the predetermined site for the Super Bowl. And what do you know? The LA Rams make it all the way to the Super Bowl, and they will get to host the Super Bowl at their very own stadium when they welcome the Cincinnati Bengals in 2 weeks' time. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. This was a whole lot of fun. These games the last couple of weeks have not disappointed. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I will definitely be on the call for Super Bowl 56 when the Cincinnati Bengals take on the Los Angeles Rams. But for now, it's good night, everybody, and I'll see you next time. The Rams defeat the Niners 20-17 and are heading back to the Super Bowl.